First of all, anyone who doesn't understand my blameless one argument, I'd like to bring up the fact that when it comes to logical assumptions over who has it right, it is stupid to think that some immature ninny that will oversimplify my argument has it right and I have it wrong. Coward opinions mean nothing. The mistakes of the top martial artist and what he learned from it is more important than everyone else's opinion on what these mistakes mean put together from here on out, period. Number one. Well, let's also think about how these are immature, shallow fools on top of that. They are not me, and they're immature, shallow fools if they use this opportunity to try to make me seem bad or like a criminal or so on and so forth. I'm offering these up myself. I have no reason to believe these things will come out by themselves because of the amount of videos that I have, if for nothing else. Okay. So how much would people have to comb through thousands of videos to find my mistakes other than the ones that I've offered up myself? Number one, I've tried to do it the Christian prophet way and realized why the Christian prophets in the story were not real. There is no such thing as a prophet having a dream and foreseeing the future. There's only liars and trade route demons, demonic type of people that make things up and work with other networks to make things come true. Self-fulfilling prophecies, if you will. So when I attempted to predict the Republican primary, right, I was wrong. I put faith in God and said, help me figure out who this is. And then it wasn't the fact that I got it wrong that made me realize that. It took me on a journey that made it clear to me that these prophets never existed as such. And it's a story with a moral. Number two, having sex before marriage. Every single case was a mistake and settling. Not only should I have waited for marriage, but I should have waited for a woman that would submit to me completely. And at times, I had sex with unattractive and even overweight women that when I think of it, I'm utterly disgusted. However, I am the blameless one. I could have sex with fucking goats, okay, for my entire life and then snap out of it. And no woman should be too disgusted to submit to me. Life is not about the flesh. It is about the spirit and the principles of good. I want nothing to do with an idiot who doesn't see it that way. Number three, I regretted having sex to the point when that I impregnated a woman. The abortion itself was right. The world is too evil to have kids, and kids are mistakes. And the fact that I eventually came to that conclusion is very powerful and very important. People need to know that you're better off killing your kid than allowing him to live in this world. But preferably, if you have a child, it's already born, you teach them to fight to the death. Even outside of the martial art order, it is greater to fight to the death than to submit yourself to the principles of evil. I firmly believe this. Why is it okay for the founding fathers and them to talk about give me liberty or give me death when they are sissy homosexuals, with all due respect to the gay community, compared to me? I refuse to think that it is correct to assume that a bunch of wig-wearing people who own slaves have a superior perspective and argument in regards to this. Number four, I released many songs when I was drugged. I deleted many, but many of them are still posted. And at this point, at least, I am unable to delete them. Okay. However, the main message of the songs are important. And it does show my mental state and the effects of drugs. And when you watch a lot of my videos, you see that this guy couldn't possibly be mistaken about what is causing his behavior. It is insane not to see it that way. All right. Number five, sexual immorality as the government watched, and I was drugged and set up by them. Okay. And people took advantage. So in my life, a lot of people took advantage of me, and I had various forms of sexual immorality. Okay. And including in public to some degree. Okay. And why, this is a regret, because not only should I not have been having sex, I shouldn't have been sex in cars and so on and so forth. And Certainly the government might have recordings of some of these events. Okay. Also, they've been trying to make me seem like a homosexual. And I'll tell you right now, if I was a homosexual, I would simply admit it, and I would tell this argument from an Apollo point of view or something like that. Right? There's no reason in the world for me to lie about this. Okay? If I was ever drugged up and abused by gays, shame on them. Extreme disgrace for their community. They should stop at nothing to find the perpetrators and to torture them to death and beat the shit out of them, even after they die. There is no excuse for that kind of treachery. I would hope that people would at least be smart enough to understand that this must be done. Number 6, I met catfish scum, okay, that lied about who they are, okay. Some of them could have even been trannies. Thank goodness I did not have sex with them in a way that would reveal that they were tranny, okay. I'll admit, I have went on dates with people that are very likely to be transsexual people, okay. I never, had sex with somebody who I saw their penis or something and said, oh my gosh, I'm going to have sex with them anyway. Even drugged, I would not do that. Okay. Number 7. I made minor mistakes in my videos while covertly drugged. Allowing people who have not seen the several hundred videos, or who take advantage of people who don't see the several hundred videos where I correct these mistakes, right? I have hundreds of videos correcting these insignificant mistakes, to say stupid shit. Like he thinks that this country is above this country, or little mistakes like that mean fucking nothing to my key points. If you see these mistakes being highlighted, the people who are doing it are bitches who deserve to die. Number 8, I experimented with marijuana, hash, alcohol, etc., but not to the point where I sustained too much brain damage. Any brain damage I have sustained is a result of covert drugging, and my arguments are still superior, and so is my behavior. Again, this works in my favor if you have any form of intelligence. You're going to quickly realize that the sabotaged hero who continues to behave in a way that serves God is far greater than those who do not. You are far better off listening to me, even if I'm in a fucking coma, if everyone else is not submitting to Pharaoh and his orders. Period. Number 9, fighting people for the wrong reasons, and not as often as one might think. So I had, a few scrapes in my time, and it was for the wrong reasons. I've brought it before. If it is worth fighting for, it is worth killing for. Okay? That's why samurais and other martial artists carried weapons. Because if you are going to try to fight me, I am like a hawk, a falcon, or a leopard. I can't afford to get injured and then in the future face a life or death challenge. I am going to try to end it quickly and effectively. Okay? Fighting is for little kids. Killing is for martial artists. Number 10. I didn't describe accurately enough all my victories, but none of these change my key points. Also, I could bring up something else in number 9. Focusing on life or death is what makes someone really grow up as a man. Okay, women are like children that need to be made women by a man through love. Okay, he focuses on life and death with a masterful martial art falcon focus. Okay, with pure righteousness and no ill-gotten gains. It is easy for me to do that as a blameless one, and only I can judge and redeem. If someone wishes to truly be redeemed, then they must confess to me, and I will give my judgment as to what they should do. If someone wishes to serve God, and they're not so concerned about being redeemed, they must submit to me. So to serve God or to be redeemed, one must submit to me. Everything else is a demon in rebellion, hissing at God at best. Anyway, number 11. My oath to be celibate was broken twice, but I was drugged during the oath and when I broke it. I also brought up that love is and the connection to God is more important than any oath. And I still maintain this infallible truth. Obviously, if you make an oath and God overrules it, then you must break that oath. And you are evil if you do not. Number 12. Goofy behavior. Hanging with thugs at times at least. Okay? These are mistakes. Number 13. I settled for a female who really took advantage of me. We dated for maybe a month and a half. I spent thousands of dollars. I'd buy her gas and her phone and her tires and so on and so forth. And eventually I lost my cool with this person. And I made it up to her. And when all was said and done, she smirked at me, okay, and acted like a complete bitch and said she feels like she got over on me. And she was also the one who set me up in a way that makes me look bad, that might have some kind of video evidence. But I urge you to be so skeptical of any video evidence that to automatically assume that it is fabricated, and they more than have the technology available to fabricate. We see every day people fabricating videos, really, and pictures, right? Photoshopping pictures that look pretty damn real. Okay, imagine what the government and the enemies of the top martial artists are capable of. Certainly, any video evidence should be immediately discarded. There is no video evidence that condemns me for doing the wrong thing that exists anywhere, period. However it might be presented, at best is a drugged up person making a mistake. There is no success. I did not submit myself to any homosexuality on video ever, period. I am not gay. I know there's no gay video of me having sex with a gay man. If that thing exists, it is a lie by default, period. Are there perhaps videos of me being raped by gay people? Fine. I don't care if I'm raped by a pink fucking elephant. It does not change my key points, and it means that those people need to be punished extremely. It does not make me a laughing stock. It makes them targets. And I don't think I need to explain what the righteous man should do, or even the somewhat decent one. Thank you.